प्यारे से वतन में हो, प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो, अव्यक्त वतन में हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। जाना है वहाँ हमको जहाँ बाप और दादा है हो, जाना है वहाँ हमको जहाँ बाप और दादा है, बनना है संपूर्ण किया बाबा से वादा है, जो बाबा से किया था वो वादा निभाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। ये देह न याद आए, देहधारी न याद आए हो, ये देह न याद आए, देहधारी न याद आए, ये पतित दुनिया भी ना याद आए, याद आए तो बस अपना वो वतन ही याद आए। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। वतन में। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए हो। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए। आकारी बन कर के हम वतन में जाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, हो हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में। उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो। अव्यक्त वतन में हो हम उड़ के चले जाएं उस प्यारे से वतन में हो। उस मीठे से वतन में।
Taking everyone's love remembrances, I went to offer bhog to Baba. And Baba always is very, very happy. He is happy always, but happy to see everyone also seeing Baba, being in front of Baba, were very, very happy. He said Baba brought bhog, the family in Peace Village, and so Baba was giving drishti, very, very powerful, loving drishti to each one of us. And then Baba accepted bhog with a lot of love. He said, Baba is also the bhog for our claiming victory. So Baba was smiling and looking at everyone. You have claimed victory. Have you claimed victory? And everyone, yes, in front of Baba. Yes, Baba, I am a victorious soul. So Baba said, it's a gathering of victorious souls now. Then I said, Baba, we have something which we started today. It's dharna-based leadership. And many, many Baba's old and new children have come. Baba said that every child has a lot of pure feelings and good aim, and everyone is very sincere. They want to make efforts, progress, and become good instrument. But everyone is not moving forward as they should. So then Baba said one of the reason is that there is love, there is interest, but also very subtly they are still have little bit fear of obstacles. So Baba said, if a student is always scared of tests or exams, how can that student study or progress? So Baba said that whatever obstacle, if we see it as obstacle comes, is always bringing some gift for you, some learning for you. It's a growth. So Baba says that you have to keep your intellect in this whole thing of I am a victorious soul. So if you are a victorious soul, you are not scared of obstacles. So then Baba said that, I said, everyone is want to be a good instrument and do good service. Baba said, most important is at this time, whenever there is any situation, not to worry, not to be afraid. And if you are a good leader, where you look at, will leader look at a situation? First leader will look at it, another top leader, right? To see what are the signals, what they have to do. And then second, of course, then they get into the action or they do what has to be done. But as soon as you look at your leader, that is Baba, you get the signal. Yes, children, do it. Everything will be all right. And those who are able to do that, to look up to our main leader, they will never have worry because they already get signals. They are able to catch subtle signals and signals externally. That means they know what to do. And then they get into doing or action or whatever is the plan. So it seems like when I mentioned to Baba what we're doing here for a few days, Baba became part of us. And Baba said one of the most important speciality of Brahma Baba was he will always look at Shiv Baba, keep the company of Shiv Baba. Look at Shiv Baba, keep the company of Shiv Baba. And always remained light and cheerful. Always be light and cheerful. That's Baba's blessings for each child. And then Baba gave lot of love remembrances to each one of you. And of course, Baba said Brother Ken had been a very, very, whatever he started, whether it's renunciation or being good instrument, whatever, he had not only been consistent, but always moving forward and willingness to help family in whatever way. So Baba also gave special love remembrances to our, we should say guest for now, but part of the family. Lots of love remembrances, Brother Ken from Baba. And can I get one flower? Come, Brother Ken. Lots of love. You want to stay or you want to go? Uh, especially also gave love remembrances for a Vyakti Parivar because you had been so punctual, regular. We also here is late, few minutes here, there. But each one of you always present for how many years now? And as if you have reserved your seat. So lots of love to a Vyakti Parivar also. Every one of you. All of you also. God love remembrances from Baba. We are doing
वो दिन कितने प्यारे थे, ये दिन भी कितने प्यारे हैं। तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे, तब बाबा साथ हमारे थे। बाबा अब भी साथ हमारे हैं।
आत्माओं को संदेश द्वारा अंजलि दे रही हो तो तत्व स्वरूप में स्थित रहेंगे। तो तत्व बन के पुण्य का फल शक्ति मिलती रहेगी। चलते फिरते अपने को आत्मा करावनार है और ये घर में इंद्रियां करनहार कर्मचारी है। ये आत्मा की स्मृति का अनुभव सदा इमर्ज रूप में हो। ऐसे नहीं कि मैं तो हुई आत्मा ना, नहीं। स्मृति में इमर्ज हो, मर्ज रूप में रहता है, लेकिन इमर्ज रूप में रहने से वो नशा, खुशी और कंट्रोलिंग पावर रहती है। मजा भी आता है। क्यों? साखी होकर के कर्म कराते हो तो बार बार चेक करो कि करावनहार होकर कर्म करा रही हो। जैसे राजा अपने कर्मचारियों को ऑर्डर में रखते हैं, ऑर्डर से कराते हैं। ऐसे बच्चे मैं आपके सदा साथ हूँ।
Om Shanti. Merciful Bestower. Do not dislike, feel mercy. Brahmin souls can never have dislike for any souls. You would feel mercy and not dislike because you know that every soul is under an external influence or under the influence of Maya. One would feel mercy and compassion and not dislike for a soul who is influenced. Where there is no dislike, there won't be any anger. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. So today, before we start our series, I would like to announce that, as you all heard, Didi also mentioned that our dear brother Ken is here, and he got a special flower from Baba. And we are also lucky that he is with us in Peace Village, and we will have him with the Vikti Parivar tomorrow, Friday. So I know it's a short notice, but please note down that he will be in Avekti Parivar Live tomorrow, October 7, Friday, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Sorry, it's little timing. It's half an hour here, but it's not half an hour, 1 hour. 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. New York time tomorrow, 1 hour. He'll be with us. And as we did our series little earlier, during Chalibai's visit and Janti Didi's visit, same tomorrow. We'll do our series little earlier, and then we will have sharing from Brother Ken with us in Avekti Parivar. Thank you. Welcome. So today is day 6, Merciful and Bestower. Do not dislike, feel mercy. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti, everyone. Happy Sadguruvar, and again, love from Baba to all victorious souls. So we had been, since a few months, taking awake signals which come from Madhuban. Actually, last month we also took one of the Maryadas, but we had been busy, but we are looking for some more direct dharna also. One time I told Didi Mohini, I didn't, but someone said, I just like to speak truth. She said, you cannot say this. We were very young. She said, so you telling others that they like to speak, not to speak truth. It was so subtle, just. So sometimes it does say, oh, I like this one very much. I like this one very much. So others are looking around, you don't like me. So sometimes it's not intentional, but it does happen that I appreciate someone. And I like today what Brother Ken did in sharing, that we have to look at what we like of each other. And there definitely will be something you would like. I also thinking about that since then, that how important it is to, love someone, like someone, or like everyone, right? Because everyone has some specialty, some good quality and contributes in different way. So I like this point very much, that instead of saying don't dislike anyone, but like everyone, love and appreciate everyone. Even few words of appreciation works like a tonic, gives a lot of strength and courage and enthusiasm. Every time, first thing you have said to say, you did very well, but can you just also take care of this? And I was sharing that even all the time, if we have to really create a nature of, and then this love for the souls, soul conscious love will help you to see the speciality of that soul. Especially these days, we have to be very, very careful. Nobody feels that I don't like that person. Because, one time when we came in Gyan, there were some who were many years in Gyan. So someone will say, but this one in Gyan 30 years, but why this one is still does what shouldn't be or what is not right? So Dadi Gulzar always used to say that is temporarily the Shudra sanskars emerge in Brahmin life, or she will say what we call it as influence. As Baba said, at that time, soul is influenced by external something. And that is why these days, one thing Baba had been saying so often, have emerge awareness, not only merge. You are Baba's child. Yes, I know I'm Baba's child. But emerge awareness will help me to remain in that awareness means how I see, how I talk, how I interact with others. We are Baba's children, right? So all whatever is happening within the family, of course we know we have a lot of karmic accounts, all that happened. But it could disappear. It could really, we can just get out of all this if we have this whole feeling towards each other that everyone is special, everyone is loved by Baba. I know that there were souls when I was as young Brahmin who were very strong comparative to what I am, because I had always been very gentle. But I immediately used to think, but Baba has chosen this soul. This is Baba's instrument. So I should really appreciate. And then also I start seeing that how important role everyone's role is. Because whenever there was something, that soul will always come forward and kind of protect and say, I will take care of this, because she was stronger in certain things. So sometimes we could see the weakness of someone could be the strength of that person also. Because every virtue somewhere has to be balanced, right? Like if you have self-respect, right? So there is humility, but I can't be subservient, right? Humility is all right, but not being subservient. So I have to have that self-respect. So, but Baba also always gives us, today Baba is giving that you are like a king. Now it's the highest, king is the highest. So the way Baba uses the words, the examples he gave, Baba could have said some other words, but he said you are a king. And all these, your organs are like your workers. So is Maya using your workers, or you as king using your workers? And in workers, he first said thoughts and words. Because first our thinking somewhere is out of habit, not awareness. That's the biggest thing is we do a lot of things because it has become our habit. The way we say words, the way we think, and somewhere we have to create awareness. Awareness will break that chain of habit, the pattern of habit. Let me think differently. Let me speak elevated. It's like in awareness, you remind yourself, you improve. But in habit, it's a pattern and one keeps going on in that way. So I like when Dadi always said, look at that soul. Baba is looking at all of you as pure souls, not look at present, this soul is under influence of Maya, right? But the influence will go, no? So if I was thinking it's only in Baba's family, everywhere, whether it's politics, whether it's religion, everyone is after power, after chair, position. And here we have good wishes for everyone. Whenever I am, wherever I am, give message for everyone in the world. They just say send good wishes, send blessings, send good wishes, send blessing. Just imagine where everyone is in conflict, struggling after power. And here, those who are in power, they are given so much love, so much blessings, good wish. I don't think it happens anywhere because Baba's teachings are so elevated that give good wishes to everyone because that's where other soul will progress and that soul's progress is our progress. It's a family. Because I experienced so much since I got this assignment. There's so much love. There is so much good wishes, blessings from all. And this way you know that everyone definitely respects and love. But what also I have to give. No? So mercy is because of the influence any soul has. But be a donor then. Whatever is needed by that soul. Yeah, I know that there are so many these days because of their desire to be known or popular or whatever reason, they quickly change paths. Right? But our loyalty, I always say, I like one time someone was saying that, no, our RCs, we are getting old, right? Of course. So, told Brother Ken, he was saying we should change now, have other leaders. So Brother Ken said, can you change your parents? And I love that, the way he answered, in the sense of that, even if we are organization, but first we are family, right? We are organization in the eyes of the world, according to countries' laws, and we create organizations and boards. But first we are God's children. We are brothers and sisters. And that is why anyone who goes to Shantivan, whether they are saints or scholars or politicians, they are wondering how everything goes on. And wherever they go, people say, it's Baba who is doing, Baba who is doing. They say, where is Baba? And then they telling them that your Baba and Dadis are present. One saint, Hansaban said, Dadi is not here. Don't ever say that because Dadi is here. It's Dadis who are actually taking care of Holy Agya. So he was reminding her. So definitely, like, it's a very different culture and God's teachings are making us elevated. So let us all keep this as our nature of being loving like everyone and be merciful and constantly be the bestower. That's what is very important. Om Shanti.
Hello, good evening, Didi.
Good evening, body man.
And a very, very special welcome from me to my beautiful big brother, Ken. And I had tried to be on his first session this evening, but somehow I got the times mixed and came in at the end of the session. But good to know that you're going to be with us tomorrow. Yeah. Didi, you've taken up so much, and I'm not entirely sure where to go with this because it's like so much has to be digested. For me, two of the things I think when it comes to liking and disliking, one is that I don't like to see myself disliking anyone. And so it's not my dignity to dislike or have enmity with anyone. And then the other thing that if someone really is a difficult character, bottom line is, as a Brahmin, they have love for Baba. And so that changes everything. And earlier on, you were talking about, sometimes when two souls have difficulty, that you say, well, they must have a karmic account. I'm not always comfortable with that. In other words, if I have a karmic account with one, I have a karmic account with all. And why do we say that? And usually when we say that, then there's either some real dislike or some attachment. How do I make that idea useful that, oh, it must be a karmic account?
Sometimes it happens that you are very pleasant and you are very nice, kind to a soul. But other soul, actually, what I find when people are reacting, they're not reacting to you. There is something within their sanskar, and in that sanskar they are behaving or they are saying it. And when I start saying that, then you don't feel. Let's say somebody gets upset very quickly and starts saying things, but I don't see that the soul is upset with me, upset with herself. Yes. About something, and maybe not very content with certain things, but it's very personal. Everyone's behavior is personal. Even it could show like towards us or towards me. But since I understood that it's basically one's own, it's like physical sickness. Same is like sometimes it does happen that certain sanskars emerge and is sitting with them like they are upset about something. Which time on which person they're going to get upset, is something different. So nobody should really take that on. But also what I feel these days, we have to love everyone. We have to like everyone and make them feel that, yes, we love you, we like you. Because there is a lot of tendency for people to go away and they will start forming small groups here, there. And that we have seen from very beginning. So for me, I'm very, very careful so that they stay with us and whatever best way we can help them to reform or, but, just have, as you say, yeah, not all the time think about karmic account, but sometimes there is, right? In the sense of it goes on, right? And so you just say, well, it's all right, I don't have to react. I have still to love that soul. As I said, Baba has taught his big lesson of have good wishes for everyone. So I think if we continue to keep doing it, everything get okay, no? Whether settled or okay, whatever words you want to say.
Yeah, this would have been maybe and still is a little bit, you were mentioning fear and the fear or, and again, maybe it's my ego, but that someone would leave Baba because of me. That would be a difficult thing, but that's something that can inform my behavior, not all the time, but it helps to keep me right when it comes to relationships.
Yeah, I always say that we count how many people we gave knowledge and how many became Brahmins. But sometimes we should also look at,
Who
did any
left
souls left Baba
because of
because
me?
of
Yeah,
my nature or anything. It's very important to make sure that I do not become the cause for anyone. Dadi
yeah,
Janki used the word, go, send them back to hell, you know. So we are showing
yes,
the path to heaven, and no one should turn around and go back because I know that one of the student was saying that when I come to center, of course, you know what they expect, instruments to be welcoming, smiling. But if you look at that person and say, hadn't been coming for a long time, right? Where were you? So it's a very common way, right? But that soul says, but I don't come because I have to hear this. So a
yeah,
time came, we don't even ask, where were you,
yeah,
whatever, because that soul has come prepared to give answers. Just welcome the soul, go to Baba's room, share Murli, and that whatever is bothering that soul will say, I couldn't, or whatever the reason is. But don't begin your conversation with that, you know. So
yeah.
we have to be very sensible these days and careful in our conversations also.
We touched on this thing last night, and I'm still kind of thinking about it. Where, like, say for example, you see a situation where someone is being, for the sake of it, someone's being bullied, maybe by another Brahmin, even a teacher. And what do you do? Who needs my mercy? Do I give sympathy to the one who's been bullied, or do I give mercy to the one who's doing the bullying? And how can I be, I know the ideal of neutrality, that I don't see a victim or a victimizer, but I think it requires a power. Otherwise, I make an excuse and just say, "Oh, it's nothing to do with me. It's not my business." So how do I manage that?
Yeah, but both require mercy actually, because okay, forceful bullying, and I won't let that happen to me, never, because if you remain in self-respect, very firm, very determined, then and be sensible, somehow or other from very beginning, word in charge or teacher gives some kind of authority to people. When first time I started coming, and so one of our main, now she has passed away, she was one of the dadi, but she was very much like ruling, in the sense of, people think ruling means orderly. If I say it, you have to do it. She said, tomorrow everyone has to bring, she wanted register or something. And I was sitting there, but the way she said it, I said, then if you don't bring, so that, I think it was my mistake because she was senior. But we became friends. She said, nobody can ever say this. I
Yeah,
said, but the way you said it can self-respect. There is a rebel inside you creating, and those of us, I was in university still, and I never believed that somebody can dictate me or
yeah,
nothing. Never. Even in my logics when I came in Gyan, they were very, very upset. And I always loved them because they were upset because of their love and attachment for me. But I said, this is my life. I have to see how will be happy. I never kind of went against them or said anything. But to maintain one's own self-respect and self-dignity is important, because somewhere within the victim also has a weakness, and that weakness is being used by other. other person. And if I can
Yeah,
find my weakness, then nobody can use me. Use me is good in a way, but not abuse me in any way. Very, very important. So
it's
I feel,
interesting.
I
Yeah,
feel both needs mercy. One who is being subservient needs mercy. One who is dictating also needs mercy, so that change can come. We cannot give up on anyone. We have to continuously keep good wishes. And we know one day change can happen in that soul. So that's where our mercy continues and being bestower continues.
it's
And
like you said.
also, Baba had always said, I used to go in trance or anything, never use anyone for your personal gain or any personal service, because that's where I think all this come. But it's yagya, it's Baba's yagya. Now I have served for 60 years and I need little help. So I take little help. But it's not that I'm saying, oh, I should be served. This should
No,
be done. No, never. Until now, I still feel whatever I can do, maximum I should do, mind, intellect, body, so that, there is less and less dependency. But when it's necessary, we do it. So sometimes we create these personal karmic accounts too. And I like
yeah,
once I was in Delhi in hospital, there was no one. So my Lokik mother came to sleep that night. She said, I am serving you not because you're my daughter, but one day you will be serving the world, so I must help you.
oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of Lokiks, the examples they gave, I still carry with me and remind myself. And so one time I had to go for a lecture and someone was sick in the family. So I said I should stay and help. Two brothers said, no, 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 we cannot go and give lecture. We will do what you have to do here. You go for lecture. So I have learned so much from what our seniors, Lokik has given us. And that's what we share with others also. But when you are forceful, I don't think things work for a long time. And if you are accepting, it's your karmas again. And
Yeah,
when that gets settled, it's a big chaos. So it's
you
always
said
good to follow the disciplines, principles, everything. Right?
you said something very interesting. Well, you said a lot of things that are very interesting. But when you have a situation of, say, someone being bullied and someone being the bully, that there's some weakness, even though you might see one as a victim, but as you say, there's some weakness there that attracts that nature in the other person. It's like they say for a dog, that a dog can smell your fear and will attack you. But if you're not afraid, the dog's going to leave you alone. And so these are, this is an interesting juxtaposition. And I remember Daddy Janky once, it was a very lovely story, but the end of it was that, where it was two sisters, going at each other. And Daddy claimed that she didn't see anything when they asked Daddy's version of it. She said, I didn't see anything. I just saw two people sorting out their karmic account, So she wasn't going to take sides. I think that's the thing. How to be neutral in those situations, but that the neutrality has to be filled with wisdom. It's not that I'm afraid to say something to someone. And just like that story you told, when you questioned, what will be the result if I don't bring it, you were, as you mentioned, was it at the beginning of Vogue or whatever, or where you said, I just like to speak the truth. And so because you were coming from a place of truth, the other sister, the senior sister, heard you. She heard you. So that state of neutrality that's filled with compassion and truth and wisdom and all the rest of it, and that doesn't take sides, that's not always easy for most of us.
No, but also what is called akarmi, Sukarm, good action, vikarm, bad action, then akarm is where neutrality comes, because I love everyone, right? But when I love this one more, this one less, that's where karmic accounts are playing part. But if I have to gradually, because that's what karmatit and akarmi means, is to be word neutral, but that's where that you go beyond, and then for you have love for both parties, and let them settle amongst themselves. One last thing I want to tell from Dadi Gurza, people, lot of souls went to Dadi, I'm living with this one, or in the region, this is this. Dadi said, I agree. You can call that person in front of me and you say what you're telling me. Dadi will never repeat what that sister said to the other one. And it was a big lesson I learned.
Beautiful.
Sometimes you come to me and say something and I tell other one. So other one said, Dadi, you believe that one, right? You won't believe anyway because you already believe this one. So I liked it. She will say, okay, I can help. You bring that other sister or brother, whosoever, and you say what you're telling me. I'm not going to say it. So Dadi decided not to repeat anything for anyone. And it's a big dharna, not only dharna,
Beautiful.
but it's also high quality that, yes, I agree, but I'm not telling other one that I disagree with you because I agreed. Because a
Yes.
lot of people think, some used to even say, oh, Dadi Janki will only decide what Jayanti Ben says. Dadi Janki will only decide what Sister Mohini says. But it never happened. You will be surprised. We are sitting on the side of Dadi and kind of whispering, Dadi, this one is like that. She won't listen. She goes in silence and she says what she has to do, what she has to say. It's very interesting to see them impartial, equality, akarmi, what you're calling neutral. Many, in the end, many cases like that, I saw them, dadis. That's why we could learn from dadis.
Yeah.
And I done this whole thing of how they did everything, but in a neutral way.
Yeah.
It's not they said we're not going to take responsibility. Where will they go?
Right. Right.
Where will they go? So they go to dadis, but the way they do it, that they don't get personally involved with
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah.
This is
And
something.
that's what some people always say to us, you all don't take action. You all don't take, we get a lot of
Mhm.
pressure, but I have to see what action, what I have to do at this, whatever is my stage or role, I can't do because you are putting pressure on me. And once or twice, even if I did it, the result is never good. So it's true that we have to. Yeah, that's fine. Like when Brother Ken said, higher level of knowledge is wisdom, and
Yeah.
higher level of yoga is powers.
Yeah.
So if we have wisdom and power, I think we have to reach to our neutral, impartial, loving, that stage of karmatit and akarmi,
It's
right?
beautiful. I love that. I love that what you just said too. And I know now we're past our time. Um, that when somebody's telling you you have to do something, you must do something, and you say, "Well, I can't do it because you're putting pressure on me." I think that it's very
Sometimes,
practical and very
yeah,
true.
we get lot of remarks. You only trust this one. You only do that. And we know from our heart what I have to
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
right? But I can't because my conscience doesn't allow me. So we
Conscious.
do get lot of from around all the time. See like that. This is one. Okay, you see that way, but I don't see. Whatever I have to give, I have to give. I won't stop. Even if I am said, no, whatever. So I think that, yeah, we have to leave lessons as we learned lessons. We
Mm,
also do in a way that when they think about how we did, I
yeah.
think they will love it and learn from that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you
Anyway,
so
it
much,
was
Didi.
nice. Yes. Thank
Very nice.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Om
you. And
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
So this is our homework for tomorrow, October 7th. Merciful Bestower, do not dislike, feel mercy. Brahmin souls can never have dislike for any souls. You would feel mercy and not dislike, because you know that every soul is under an external influence or under the influence of Maya. One would feel mercy and compassion and not dislike for a soul who is influenced. And where there is no dislike, there won't be any anger. Now be merciful and reveal your form of being a bestower. Om Shanti.
Merciful and bestower, do not dislike, feel mercy. Brahmin souls can never have dislike for any souls. You would feel mercy and not dislike, because you know that every soul is under an external influence or under the influence of Maya. One would feel mercy and compassion and not dislike for a soul who is influenced. Where there is no dislike, there won't be any anger. रहम दिल, दातापन, घृणा नहीं, रहम आए। ब्राह्मण आत्मा को कभी भी किसी आत्मा के प्रति घृणा नहीं आ सकती। रहम आएगा, घृणा नहीं, क्योंकि जानते हैं हर आत्मा परवश अर्थात माया के वश है। तो परवश के ऊपर दया आती है, रहम आता है, घृणा नहीं। जहाँ घृणा नहीं, वहाँ क्रोध भी नहीं आएगा। ओम शांति। Om Shanti Bhakti Parivar. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Vodiban. And thank you for wonderful book message. Happy Sadguruvar. So tomorrow, as I announced, that Brother Ken will be with us, and the schedule will be so 6 o'clock as we usually start meditation. So 6 to 6:45 meditation. 6:45 to 7:30 p.m. We will do our Hindi series and English series with Mohini Didi. And then from 7:30 to 8:30, we will have Brother Ken with us in a Bhakti Parivar. So please be with us, especially in Zoom, and keep your videos on so you'll be able to see everyone. Thank you very much. And now let's remember Baba, take drishti from Didi.
Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Om Shanti.
Didi, Om Shanti. Have a great day.
Thank you,
Jai Guru
Bhakti.
Baba.
Mohini Didi.